So you've seen it all over the internet and you've probably got some questions. Today we're going to do a quick review on the Solo Stove Grill. Coming up right now. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I really appreciate having you here. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, please consider doing so down there and click the bell. Let's get right into this video. So this Solo Stove Grill, this came to me a few months back, and to be honest, we had so much going on and the weather got bad, I just never really got around to doing this review. To assemble it, all I had to do was put the stand together. That took about 5 minutes, and then from there it's just placing things on top of the stand. That's really it. Here's what you get with it. So for starters, you get this cover, and it's a little bit dirty because it's been outside here for a bit, but the grill isn't. Let me show you what's underneath the lid. So this is a 4-pound bag of the Solo Stove briquettes. Also have some starters, and there was a grill toolkit that came with. I'll throw some B-roll over here with that just so you can see what comes with that. Inside the grill, we have the grill grate. This is very heavy duty, by the way. This whole thing is constructed out of 304 stainless steel. This right here is our charcoal grate, and here's our ash pan. So this is really going to be easy cleanup. There's really nothing else in here you need to worry about. If you wanted to vacuum in here when you're cleaning it up, you can certainly do that. But this is double wall insulated. It's 304 stainless steel, and it has a convection feature, so there's no lower vent. These holes around the edges serve as your lower vent, and they go between the insulated walls to give airflow from underneath. So the stand is actually very well designed because you can see these notches here to keep the cooker in place so that it doesn't move around. So it's definitely constructed for quality. I have no doubt that this thing would last a very, very long time. The cooking diameter here is 22 inches, very familiar size. And there is a top vent right up here for some temperature control. However, so this is not a cooker that's designed to do low and slow smokes. This is designed to cook fast, to cook stuff fast. So 4 pounds of charcoal will burn for about 45 minutes, according to their claims, at 400 to 500 degrees. So you're going to be able to cook food very, very quickly, and you don't have to mess around with vents. You don't have to worry about tuning anything in. You can adjust this top vent if you want. We're going to be cooking stuff here in just a little bit, and I'll show you the results of that, and I'll give you some final thoughts. One more thing, this cooker does come with a lifetime warranty against manufacturer defects, and you don't usually see companies do that unless they have a lot of faith in their product. So this is definitely very well constructed. There's not a lot of things on here that I think can break outside of just pure negligence, and for the most part, I think it should be something that'll last a very, very long time. Like I always tell you, any of the reviews on my channel, for the most part, if you see it, that means I kind of already like it. I like this from the moment that I put it together, so I don't mind showing it to you and sharing it with you. So it's built out of very heavy-duty materials, and it's built well. It's got 304 stainless steel pretty much around the entire cooker. The grates are very heavy, should be very easy to maintain and clean, and it's carefree cooking. Really not a lot of adjustments or anything to mess with. Now, it's not low and slow. You could probably figure out a way to do it if you wanted to mod it somehow, but why bother? There's other cookers that people use to do low and slow. This is just going to be like a weeknight cook kind of a cooker. So the price point on this, depending on where you find it and when you find it, I've seen the bundle with a lot of the stuff that I have here between $500 and $700. I really don't know how I feel about that. I think from the standpoint of the cooker itself being worth the money based on how it's constructed and what it's constructed out of, I'd probably say it's pretty close. As far as the usefulness of it, you know, and there being versatility, like can I do low and slows, can I do hot and fast, you know, I don't know, that might be a little bit of a stretch for this. So that's something though, usually with pricing, I'm careful how much I touch on that in my videos because I'm not sure if that's going to change a week after my video comes out or a year after my video comes out. So check the current pricing before you make any decisions. I'm just giving you the lowdown on the cooker. Now there's nothing left to do but to test this out. So we're going to go ahead and prep some burgers and some sausages, and we're going to do a family cook here tonight. I'll do some B-roll of that, and I'll do a summary at the end of it and let you know what I thought of everything. Alright everybody, so the cook's done. Food was really good. My family loved it. I have to say that. We're going to say that right off the bat. So let's talk about the experience of cooking on it. I used the 4-pound bag of coals, the Solo Stove all-natural coals that came with the grill. I lit those in a chimney. I got those nice and hot, made sure they were burning clean, put them in the cooker, allowed that to come up to temperature, made sure that was burning clean, clear or thin blue smoke before I put the food on. The food went on, and I cooked it. Took about maybe 25 minutes. Did some burgers, did some cheddar wurst, and the food came out really good. So during the cook, you know, normally with like a charcoal grill, or you know, if you're going direct heat, you get a lot of flare-ups and stuff. I really didn't experience that with this. Now over time, if you know, build up a lot of grease down below, I suppose that's possible, but if you keep it clean, you'll be fine, I think, with this cooker. At least that's my initial impression. I'm real careful when it comes to grease fires and stuff like that. This cooker seems to be pretty safe. And if it did start to get really hot, or if I did have the lid off for quite a while, I would just choke back the top vent, and it tamed it down, you know, pretty quickly. As far as it burning, it really does run hot. So, you know, I'd say that 400 to 500 degrees for sure. And when I was done cooking, you know, I still had lots of coals left. This probably would have went for quite a while. So I think the 45 minutes is probably a little bit of an understatement. And let's talk a little bit about some of the things that I may have missed earlier and I wanted to go over right now with you. And I'm sorry I'm not out by the cooker, but it's dark out basically, so I'm just finishing this up on my porch. The cooking height, very comfortable. Now I have the 21.5-inch stand, and I believe there's another one that might be shorter. So if you're going to sit next to it, I suppose the shorter stand would be good. But if you're going to stand next to it and cook, you're going to want the 21-inch or 21.5-inch stand, because otherwise it's going to be killing your back city, you know, trying to cook on it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The lid does have a lid clip on it, so it hangs off the side. You don't have to worry about where you're going to put that during your cook. So very convenient feature. I would expect that for something this price range, but I just wanted you to know it's there. The coals, I'd already mentioned this, but the coals, their brand of coals, the natural coals, they burn very clean. They provide very good flavor. I'm still very impartial. I love Kingsford Blue when it comes to just, you know, briquettes, but these were very, very good. So I have to give them credit for that as well. And I guess in summary, we should talk about the price and everything as far as the grill, and I'm really going to wrap this up and make it as easy as I can and be as honest and forthcoming as I can. So in terms of quality of the cooker, like the materials it's built out of, the feel of it, and the, you know, undeniable longevity that you'll get out of this thing, I think it's justifiable, you know, the price of it. Which, like I said, at the time of making this video, it's like there's this bundle that you can purchase, and it's, you know, between $500 and $700 or something like that. So I would just call it justifiable based on quality and, you know, versatility in terms of being able to take it off the stand easily and probably travel with it if you wanted to. And again, the build quality, right? The drawback to this thing is the cooking versatility. You know, it'd be difficult, and I haven't tested this because it's not really, the cooker isn't sold as a low and slow cooker, so I'm not going to sit here and mod it and, you know, do all that. If you want to do that, you can, but it's, you know, it would be difficult. Like, you could certainly bank the coals against one side like you do with a Weber, or if you have a slow and sear, Weber kettle with a slow and sear, or just even without the slow and sear, if you just want to bank your coals off to one side and cook indirect, you could probably do that, but you don't have any lower vent control here. So I really doubt that you'd be able to achieve very low temperatures for extended periods of time. So, you know, from a versatility standpoint, if you wanted to do low and slows, or, you know, those 300 to 350 degree cooks, or the high heat, direct heat cooks, this cooker is really only going to check one of those three boxes, in my opinion. And if you're okay with that, then I say go for it. Outside of that, that's really it. So I do appreciate the opportunity to do this video, and I always want to bring you guys good content. I hope you enjoyed this review video. I've got a couple more coming down the road ahead of this video here, so if you're watching this, the next 3 or 4 videos, I should have probably 2 or 3 of those are going to be reviews, and that's it. So if you have any questions, now again, my disclaimer, right, is that, you know, I'm reviewing this thing, and I try to cover everything. I take notes, but there could be things I forgot to talk about, and I didn't leave them out on purpose. Let's start a conversation down in the comments, and I try to answer all the comments. Other people that might have this cooker, they may go ahead and they want to, you know, interact with answers or questions, and let's just do it down there if there's anything I forgot, or if anybody has anything to say, okay? Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, like this video, help me get it suggested to other people, share it with anyone that you might think have interest. And that's it for today. Thank you for all your support of the channel. Please visit everydaybarbecue.net. You can get merch, you can support the channel. I love you guys, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next episode.